faked. But either you're in denial or you're seeing something that I don't see. Because there are different, I don't want to discount or discredit what other people have predicted and said. That's why I'm saying if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because there's so many different outcomes. Once again, it's very possible that these demon rulers, these Democrats, could completely rig the elections. So it's very possible that he'll lose, but then you'll find out in the news that they rigged the elections, and guess who's coming back into office?
I spoke with the really wonderful governor of Texas just a little while ago, Greg Abbott. He said, congratulations, you can't congratulate you on winning Texas. I mean, in Texas, I don't think they finished quite the tabulation, but there's no way. And it was almost complete, but he congratulated me. And he said, by the way, what's going on? I've never seen anything like this. Can I tell you what? Nobody has. So we won by 107,000 votes with 81% of the vote. Michigan. So when you take those three states in particular, and you take all of the others, I mean, we have so many, we had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight, and then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of dollars. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory. 307. Texas, as they say, did this. Ohio, a tremendous state, a big state. I love Ohio. We won by 8.1%, 400, almost 500,000 votes. North Carolina, big victory with North Carolina. So we won there. We lead by 76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden, everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. So our goal now is to ensure the integrity for the good of this nation. This is a very big moment. This is a major fraud in our nation. We want law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning and add them to the list. Okay? It's a very sad moment.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Peace Dealer. You see how, man, you see how this is all piecing together? So I got y'all. Listen, moving forward, be prepared to ride. You see me carrying this hammer and sword, it's not for no reason. Listen, I've said on multiple occasions, this is not about if Donald Trump wins the elections or not. Like, if you're still caught up in the, he won the election, lost the election, you're caught up in the Matrix illusion, okay? You need to look at the symbolic nature of what's happening. All right. This is why, you need to understand why beforehand President Trump said something to the effects of, I'm not leaving the White House. Like, why would Joe Biden have to say, oh, if President Trump doesn't leave the White House, we're going to force him out? Why would there even be that tension? You have to really look at, and many of you already know this, but you have to look between the lines, okay? We know, factually speaking, we're just going to bring up facts here, okay? Facts. So far, we've already uncovered, like I mentioned in July, which I don't consider a prediction, like this is just common sense. Like, the whole notion of voter fraud. Please remember, Bernie Sanders lost to Hillary Clinton because of DNC voter fraud. Look it up. Look it up. And then for some reason, they still continue the election. DNC voter fraud cost Bernie the primary to Hillary. So the whole notion of voter fraud, they're going to tell you is extremely rare. It's a fucking lie. Research Dr. Shiva. Dr. Shiva recently got the election stolen from him in Boston. So listen, if many of you are looking at this as a bad thing, please, the reason why I'm making this video is please don't get depressed. This is why we as astrologers give you the perspective we do. So you can get the astral perspective. If you get too caught up to the drama unfolding that the directors have put in place, you forget that all of this has happened already. So the reason why I had to preface this with what I said in July is to let you know that, trust me, this is not going to play out the way you expect to. So on the surface, while people, this is why your third eye has to be open, while people are going to look at it as, oh, this person won the election and this other person lost. It's not as simple as that, okay? I have now accurately just brought up what almost everyone knows. Voter fraud is at play. But the real question is this a surprise to you? Because this shouldn't be a surprise, okay? Many proponents have felt that this would be an issue. And so what I really want to bring to your attention is why the country is going to come up at arms and get very explosive, and why your focus and worry shouldn't be about, is Trump going to win the elections? I don't care about the elections. I care about what happens after the elections, because this is single-handedly the end of 2020, and it's the square from Libra to Capricorn. Remember I said the second Guild Wars is election season, and the second boss battle and the third boss battle is Capricorn season. Before February, when a new president gets sworn in or the incumbent president wins, we have to address what has occurred. But this gets so good. Think about the fact, okay, that coming into this realization and coming into this understanding is going to test every single individual in the world and in this country about what they also feel the outcome of this decision should be. What is very, 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 very important to establish is voter fraud is at play. There is voter fraud at play. The fact that I'm not the only one that predicted this would happen is very important. And so let me give you the facts. Joe Biden is not just running against Donald Trump. I see a bunch of people saying like, oh, if you're my friend and you voted for someone else, we're still friends. Bitch, square up, bitch, square up. I'm not with any of that stupid shit. If you voted Biden, you voted someone who is committing treason. Like, there's not, like, you need to be woke. You can't just listen to people say stuff, especially government officials and presidents say stuff and just act like they're just saying stuff. So, like, factually speaking, Donald Trump won the 2016 election. Okay, Hillary snake-ass Clinton congratulated him. And I only say snake-ass Clinton because you congratulate someone for winning the elections and then have a meeting with 44th President Barack Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, and FBI personnel to make up a Russia hoax collusion. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is verifiable evidence. It is a fact that cabinet colluded and lied to the American people so that President Trump could be impeached. That's treason. We're not even talking about Hunter Biden. We're not even talking about, WikiLeaks emails. We're talking about facts. So you need to understand, if someone like that, imagine if you were running for president, you won 2016, and then you find out that the accusation of you colluding with Russia to win the elections was an elaborate hoax made by the president and vice president of the people who you assumed office over. Imagine that was you, okay? And then, because you work directly with FBI, you work directly with CIA, so you know firsthand before anyone else knows what the fuck's going on. You're exposing the deep state, right? So you find out that these people were spying on you. This is facts! This is facts! You find out that you were being spied on before you even entered office, and then a collusion was a hoax made up by the same individual who is running against you for president, manipulating media outlets, and engaging in voter fraud. So, if you know all that's true and this person wins, are you going to leave the White House? Are you going to let someone corrupt take the White House? Y'all better get ready for war. Mars is getting ready to go direct, guys. So I'm not just some loser on the internet talking shit. I said from the get-go, don't get caught up in this charade of elections. Even if Trump loses, he still wins, okay? Because this is about truth. This isn't about the illusion they're putting over your head. Like, see, we got these ballots, even though we can't really account for ballots and ballots are being recounted. Why did Biden say earlier, if the media gives me a mathematical win, then when Trump fights it in court, I'm going to address the nation? How did you know that, Biden? It's almost as if you knew there was going to be extra So don't play with me, dog. Don't play with me, dog. Don't play with me, dog. Y'all mess with the wrong astrologer. Because I'm pulling charts up in this bitch. You mess with the wrong astrologer, okay? So let's just keep that real. You see how they're trying to make Trump look crazy? Like, what a sore loser. If he loses, he has to leave. No. He's not giving up his office to just anyone who won an election. He's refusing to give up office for an administration that spied on him and made up a hoax because he knows that they're sold by China. And so it is a patriotic act of President Trump to stay in office. Do you honestly believe that this man is going to leave office if that person wins? I'm not even going to say his name. Do you really think that? Do you really think that? Do you really think that Americans all over the world will sit by and let that happen? Y'all better get ready for war. Y'all better get ready for that Mars Direct. And that's all I got to say. Please don't be discouraged. Just be ready. And be excited because you're in one of the greatest times of our lives. I'm really honored to serve alongside you. And let's get it. Like I said before, we are at war. It's an information war. It's a spiritual war. Don't get caught up in this 3D crap. Get ready and let's get lit. I just broke it down for you guys. 20. I hope I looked crazy because Uranus is next to it, and so it's kind of crazy. But it's very crazy. So Ingersoll Lockwood predicted his existence, master of masters, Don, the last president. If anyone other than President Trump wins this election, you need to understand, in between the end of his term and the beginning of when the next person gets sworn in, we're going to see civil war. We're not going to see the next person get sworn in because this person in the 19th century who predicted the existence of Barron Trump, which even in the book it looks like it, we cannot debate it. Like, we cannot debate that this is not the truth. The only thing you can say to rebuttal this is, no, it's just a coincidence. And then I have to look at you like you're dumb. I'm sorry, I have to look at you like you're dumb.